All right, fellas. Today we're gonna talk about the hate you get on body game, the jealousy that you're gonna get. I know I made that video before, but here's the thing: I make videos for dudes who are getting in shape or who care about their health. I don't make videos for people who don't care about their health. All right, so you're gonna be going through these certain struggles when you do care about your health, and that's exactly why I make these videos. Just like Drake said, and you're not gonna understand if you've never been on body game, right? You're not gonna understand if you're not getting in shape, if you're not on the journey. It's not gonna make sense to you. Everything I say is gonna be weird to you. You're gonna be like, what is he talking about? This doesn't make sense. This is dumb. It's overkill. Just like Drake said he doesn't make music for niggas who don't get pussy. I used to not understand, and I used to be a virgin. I was like, dude, this music sucks. And then, you start getting played and you understand Party Next Door and Drake's music. You feel me? So that's how it is for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys never, work out. You guys don't do anything. You guys just comment like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Shut up, you're fat. I'm not listening to you. No one's listening to you. No one respects you. All right, period. But, yeah, so all the hate that you're going to get on body game, the reason you're going to get hate, and I'm going to keep telling y'all this, it's like it makes sense. When you're lean, you have something a lot of people covet. People just aren't lean. Don't let anyone downplay that shit. You're gonna have, when you start posting, you're gonna have people commenting. When you start walking around, your presence is very threatening to people. So they're gonna say shit like, oh, you think you're cool because you're lean? I'm like, dude, I didn't even talk to you. I was even looking at you. But they're gonna feel threatened because they're not lean. Like go to the gym. You got people with a lot of size. That's cool. There's people with a lot of size. There's some fat people. There's not a lot of lean people though. There's not a lot of lean people. That is something that is rare. So you will not see that as much if you do go to the gym, because even in the gym, there's not many lean people. Even if you go get some ground turkey, that section, there's not that many lean people over there either. So it's very, very rare to be lean in the first place. So when people see that shit, yes, they're gonna, because that's what they cover. Everyone wants to be lean. I don't care what everyone in the comments say. People who are like, no, I like being big and strong. Yeah, but you don't have the discipline to be lean if you really want to. No, I can be lean if I want to. Then why aren't you? Why aren't you? Because I prefer being. No, it's because you want to go home and you want to stuff your face. And here's one thing y'all are not gonna do. Right? Don't let people downplay your shit, because at the end of the day, when I'm busting my ass in the gym, when I had a long ass day of work, doing all this shit, had a stressful day, and I'm still doing lunges with heavy weight, I'm doing squats with heavy weights, putting myself through that pain. That's why I'm lean, and that's why other people aren't. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting the work. When I'm drinking this, right? When I'm drinking a Core Power, or I'm eating a protein bar, or I'm drinking protein shake, or I'm eating ground beef, niggas ain't doing that shit. They're eating fried foods and wondering why they're not lean. Like, nah, you're not doing what I do, which is why you don't look as lean as I do. And my homeboys, you see my homeboys, they're lean because they do lean shit. They walk all the time. They work out all the time. It is what it is. And people are going to hate on you because they don't have the discipline to do the same shit. But in reality, it's like they're not doing that shit. Don't let people downplay that shit. There's going to be a lot, I'm telling you, man, on this journey, there's going to be hella envy. There's going to be a lot of envy. Like people, like yesterday at the gym, some dude was with his girl. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of mate guarding, but like the chick, bro, she was literally just staring at us, and all the other, me and my brother, all the other girls in the gym were just staring at us too. I mean, there was dudes in there obviously bigger than me and shit, but big stomachs too. So like all the chicks were like staring and shit like that, and I'm just like, I wasn't staring back, but the dude got like all mad at me, and he was like mate guarding. I was like, bro, I'm not even looking at your chick, bro. She can't even pull me, bro. But like she was staring at me type shit. And it's something that happens on a daily basis. But I do want to say that another thing is, like, you got to realize that what you do on a daily basis, when you win on a daily basis, you are going to have more confidence, and you're going to intimidate people who lose on a daily basis, right? So what am I talking about? I'm talking about when you execute nutrition on a daily basis, you're winning. Simple. When you're eating healthy, you're winning. When you're not eating healthy, you're losing, literally. So winners and losers. So people who are out of shape, automatically losers, literally. Just because on a daily basis, they're losing the battle of when they're like, yo, I'm going to eat what I need to eat. And they're eating things that are bad for their health. All right. A lot of people in the comments always say shit like, people in the comments always say shit like, it doesn't matter, this is that, or it doesn't matter what you eat, or you could eat this is that. Listen, when you're lean, you're eating whole foods, you're eating high protein, you feel better, you have more energy. So you're going to appear more confident in general. You're just going to appear way more confident, right? Right now, when you go to a restaurant, and you get your food, right? You might have macaroni, you know what I mean? Like a big thing of macaroni, something like that. Just imagine you have a big thing of like macaroni, right? If you see one piece of hair in there, that shit's gonna stick out, right? Because it doesn't match everything else. That's how it is when you're lean. You're that piece of hair that's in the food that they're like, why is this here? Because that's how it is. Me walking around, it's like, yo, why is my waist smaller than half of these chicks? Like, what's going on over here? Like, I was in the gym yesterday. Why is my waist smaller than half the chicks? You feel me? Why am I the only dude who's wearing a shirt, and like I don't keep pulling my shirt because my stomach's not popping out? It's because people don't do what they need to do in the kitchen. All right. So like I said, a lot of people will get mad at you when they're not lean and you're lean. But in reality, the only person they should be mad at is themselves. And if they're mad at themselves, I definitely agree with them. They should be mad at themselves because they lose on a daily fucking basis. When it comes to nutrition, they lose on a daily fucking basis. Not me. I'm not losing. I'm not losing those battles. You're losing the battles. Like, people be so mad. They be like, man, what the fuck, man? It don't matter, be lean. It's genetic. It's just... Bro, you're overeating on a daily basis, not me. Track your calories. You don't do it? Okay, that's why you are where you are. So all that hating shit, y'all get used to that shit, man. I know y'all getting on this journey. You're feeling weird. You're like, I don't know. People at work are telling me I shouldn't eat this, or ground beef is bad for me. So you're telling me someone who eats Taco Bell pizza, vending machine food 24/7 and sits around all day and is out of shape. They're telling you what to do and you're going to listen? Only listen to people who inspire you, all right? If you listen to average people, you'll be average. If you do average shit, you'll be average. That's how the shit works. It's that simple. So I don't listen to anything, people like out of shape people. I just don't listen to what they say. I look at what they say, where they could talk to me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I mean, is that what you got you there? Like, people be like, yeah, man, keto works. I'm like, oh, okay, is that what you did? They're like, yeah. So then in my brain, I'm like, okay, let me never do this shit. Because I ain't trying to look like them. No one's trying to look like them type shit. You feel me? They'll be out of shape. They'll be like, yeah, keto worked for me. What happened? When did it stop? Why did it stop working? Like, why aren't you still doing it? What's going on? Shit like that. Like, I don't want to, you feel me? Like, you need to only follow through and do shit that people who inspire you do, right? And follow them. Don't be following the average person. Average person is miserable and out of shape. That is just a reality. All right. So if, let's just, for example, if 100 people were to see this video, right? Because of statistics, 90% of them, are going to be not in the, probably above 15% body fat. Then 10 of them might be 15 or lower. You see what I'm saying? That's just by statistics. That would be pretty optimistic as well, because I don't see that shit. Most people are just way above 50. I don't care if they're skinny. People are skinny fat and fat. So it's like they're above 15% easily. So if 100 people see this, 90% of them, they're going to be out of shape. Some of them will be inspired. Some of them will be like, man, fuck this dude. You don't know what he's talking about. Man, he's just rambling. He's just this. He's just that. Listen, like I said, I don't make videos with people who don't prioritize their health and aren't getting in shape, because none of this shit makes sense. The people who are not getting in shape, because they won't notice the differences. I've been on both sides. I know the fucking difference. All right. I understand why people hate. Like, I used to wake up when I was skinny. I used to wake up, hate what I see in the mirror, wanted to look like a superhero, wanted to put on muscle. I was depressed, bro. I was like, man, fuck, I look like ass, right? And then I would see some dude on Instagram with a bunch of muscle and shit like that posting. I was like, man, he's on steroids. Fuck that guy. That was me. I used to be a troll, bro. I used to be a troll, right? I got blocked from a few pages for commenting like, you're on steroids and dumb shit like that, because I was on that. Until I started being like, yo, why the fuck am I acting like that? Why don't I just use that energy and actually put in the work? And then I put in the work and I got big and put on some muscle. You feel what I'm saying? And then people started doing that to me. They started commenting, you're on steroids. They started coming up to me in person, be like, yo, how do you look like this? How do you look like that? Because generally the negative comments will be online and the positive comments will be in person, to be honest. But yeah, man, I've been on the other side. I know how life is on the other side, man. It's you're depressed. You hate what you see in the mirror. And then also being fat, that's even worse. When you're fat and out of shape, you feel tired all the time, right? You're in a constant state of inflammation. You wake up, you don't like what you see in the mirror. And if you have a girl, she kind of looks at you. She's like, oh, you should, I remember when I first met you, you kind of were leaner. What happened? And she's kind of hinting at like, yo, get in shape, bro. Like what the fuck's going on? You see what I'm saying? Like, you just have no confidence. You're sluggish, right? You're tired all the time. You have a big ass stomach. Like, it's in the way. You have bad habits. You feel down on yourself because you're letting yourself down on a daily basis. Self-confidence is confiding in yourself. That's what you're doing. So I understand, like, I have like way more self-awareness than I used to have, because I used to be like, dang, man, I want to make everyone happy. I don't want anyone to hate on me. It's like, nah, nigga, they're going to hate on you because your very presence as a lean person is unique, and it puts you in a higher position in a lot of, aspects. Because it's like, what is hard to do is coveted and sought after. Like, everyone wants, like I said, everyone wants to be lean. Most people can't do it because of the discipline of the day ins and the day outs. All you got to do is pick this over the milkshake or the milkshake at Chick-fil-A, but people are going to take the milkshake at Chick-fil-A because it gives them a dopamine hit and it tastes better, right? That's how people think. People go based off emotions, then they get mad when they don't get the results they're not getting, right? Or that they want. People don't get the results they want because they don't put in the work they need to. It's that simple. Stop complaining about the results you're not getting from the work you're not fucking putting in. It's that simple. I don't know why people can't do that. It's like, it's not that deep, but all the jealousy and shit that you're going to get, it makes sense because, like I said, if you got an out of shape homeboy, right? If you got an out of shape homeboy and you're in shape, all you have to do is put both of you guys on a dating app, right? And then you'll see right there. That'll be in real time. That'll show you, because we live in an appearance-based society. You can't ignore appearance, right? We're not blind, All right, just like you notice when you see a lean person. We all know the first lean, like the first lean person you seen that inspired you in your life. We all remember that shit. We're like, yo, I remember when I was in 8th grade and I started doing push-ups and I saw this one dude, he told me to do this many push-ups and I started doing it. We all know that one lean person that inspired us because everybody else was just average looking. And you got that one lean motherfucker, right? That's how it works. That shit's unique. All right, so best believe, hype yourself up, glaze yourself, pause, because everybody out there is gonna hate on you. They're gonna be like, oh, you're just full of yourself. No, bro, I just do the bare minimum and I just eat what I'm supposed to. It's not that fucking deep. I'm just not eating shit and people get mad at you. That's really what's going on. I'm eating shit so I don't die. Like I'm eating healthy so I don't fucking have type 2 diabetes and people get mad at me. You're like, what, you want me to eat to have type 2 diabetes like you? Like, no. It's not that complicated. But anyways, man, get ready for that hate on Body Game, man, because that shit's coming, bro. Stay locked in, man.